I want to preach to you this morning from a simple subject: if you can believe. If you can believe. Let's do it like this. Lean over and tell somebody, say, neighbor, it can happen if you believe. Turn and tell somebody else, say, neighbor, whatever it is, it can happen if you believe. Brothers and sisters, I need you to understand the scriptures in Hebrews chapter number 11, I believe verse number 6, says, he that cometh to God must first believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. What the Hebrew writer wants us to understand is, don't waste your time going to God, asking God for anything, if you don't believe that he's able. What separates us as Christian, as saved folk, as believers, is that in the test of life that we all must endure and encounter, we believe God. As the world panics and they are in distress and in despair, we believe God. It's not a case that we are delusional, that we, just believe, as it were, this pie in the sky. But we do believe that there is a God that has made himself available to us, that when we call on him, when we trust him, he will navigate us through the challenges that life have to offer us. I need you to understand, God is not a genie now. God does not exempt us from challenges and trouble. But what God will do, he will empower us and help us to face whatever we have to face. Oftentimes, we want God to do it for us. But as I've said many times before, God is more interested in doing it through you than he is doing it for you. But the only way he can do it through you is, first and foremost, you have to believe that he can and that he will. I got to know within myself that God loves me. He loves me to the point that he's going to help me. I need somebody right there to lift up your hands and tell them, God's going to help me. Come on, say it again. God's going to help me. Now, you got to understand, I want to talk to somebody who feels as though that you don't qualify. You don't meet the specification, prerequisites for receiving something from the Lord. You feel as though you don't measure up. You don't meet the standards. But I want to lay all of the qualifications aside and let you know on this morning that if you can believe that God will do it for you, you can expect it to happen in your life. And believing is awfully easy to do when you're at church. Believing is awfully easy to do when everything is well. But it becomes extremely challenging when the creditors are on the phone saying, give me my money. It becomes extremely difficult when the job is talking about making cuts and you just got hired. It becomes extremely difficult when life is changing and your health is changing. Some of us are starting to feel aches we've never felt before. Some of us are starting to get diagnoses that we've never gotten before. Some of us are experiencing things that we've never experienced before. And when those things come upon us, we tend to become afraid, because we don't know what the end result is going to be. We think we're going to die. I wish I had somebody tell the truth in here. We think we're not going to make it. We think we're not going to survive. Oh God, I barely got this job. I don't know how I'm going to get another job if they lay me off of this job, if the school closed, if the job closed, if they move me out of the house. I don't know how I'm going to make it. It can bring you to a point where you're frustrated and you're uptight and you're fearful. And then you try, have you ever been in that kind of place and then you go try to talk to somebody and you go to somebody to try to find encouragement, and Lord, it seems like that's the worst person in the world. Girl, I don't know how you gonna make it. I went through that and I nearly blew my brains out. Well, listen, let me tell you something. I didn't come for you to tear me down. I didn't come to you for you to tell me how I can't make it. I came to you so you can link arms and arm with me and believe the word where he said, if 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, that the Lord will be in the... I just need somebody to believe God with me. I don't need somebody to throw more doubt and throw more fear. If you can't help me, if you can't believe with me, tell me up front and leave me alone. And so, brothers and sisters, it's now time. It's time for the believers to stand up. It's time for the believers to stop talking about that I believe and to really believe. It's time for the believer to stop acting like you believe on Sunday, and then when you get home on Monday, you don't know what you're going to do. If I am a believer, I'm not only a believer on Sunday, I'm a believer every day of the week. I need somebody to understand you got to be a believer all the time, 24/7. Lean over and tell somebody, I'm a believer 24/7. Yeah, I don't get holidays. I don't get weeks off, days off. I don't get vacation. I'm a believer all the time. I'm a believer when I got a job, but I'm also a believer when I don't have a job. I'm a believer when I got a car, and I'm a believer when I got to catch the bus. I'm a believer when I'm married. I'm a believer when I'm single. It don't matter what, when, or where, 24/7. I'm wondering how many believers I got in the house. Somebody shout, I'm a believer. Yes, brothers and sisters, let me move forward. I think there are 3 critical points. There are 3 critical essentials when it comes to believing. Everybody say 3 essentials. Come on, say 3 essentials. I think there are 3 essentials that are necessary when it comes to believing. Number 1, you've got to have vision. Come on, class. Somebody say vision. Whenever you're talking about vision, you're talking about sight, but not necessarily sight with your natural eye. Let me pose this question. Why do you think God gave you an imagination? Okay, God gave you an imagination to contemplate, to deliberate in your mind possibility. The proverbial writer said, he said in Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, the people perish. Vision says I have to see beyond where I am. Now, come on now. If I'm going to believe, I got to have vision. And vision says I'm not looking at my current situation. I see myself already coming out. God help me. Look at somebody and tell them you got to see yourself coming out. Your enthusiasm overwhelms me. You got to see things being different. You got to see things being right in your household. You got to see the bills being paid. You got to see yourself having enough money in the bank. Oh, can we take it a step further? I don't just have enough money in the bank, shucks. I got a savings account. Oh, God, I know somebody just don't know what I'm talking about right there. I don't just have a checking account to pay my bills, but I have a savings account. I got to see that as a possibility in my life. And I don't just see it for us. I got to be able to see it for myself. Look at somebody, if you don't mind, and tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I'm glad God's going to bless us, but I believe God's going to bless me. Come on here. I got to see God blessing me. I'm happy to see when you're jumping and shouting because of what the Lord has done for you. It's good to see Sister Bertha and Sister Yvonne jumping and shouting all over the church because they believe God and they're praising God for what they've done. But shucks, I can see myself shouting and praising God for what God is going to do. I see it. The idea is I'm not focused on where I am. Where I am is not the end all of where I'm going. As a matter of fact, where I am is a means to where I'm going. God, I didn't come here to park. I didn't come here to stay, but I'm moving forward to something better and something greater. Brothers and sisters, you got to hear what I'm saying. If it's your marriage, you got to see your marriage being strong. If it's your finances, you got to see your finances getting better. If it's your wayward children, you got to see your children coming to the altar. If it's your job, you got to see yourself getting a promotion. If it's your school, you got to see yourself graduating. If it's your car, you got to see yourself getting a new car. If it's your house, you got to see yourself getting a new house. If it's your ministry, you got to see your ministry going around the world. But whatever you do, you got to have vision to see beyond where you are. Somebody say, I got vision. Brothers and sisters, in that text there, he says, where there is no vision, the people perish. Where there is no revealed word, what do you see? What do you anticipate? He says, where there is no vision, they cast off restraints. There's nothing to keep me focused. There's nothing to push me forward. There's nothing to keep my mind channeled where I need to go. If all I see in front of me is the hardship and the trouble and the pain of what I'm dealing with, then I have no vision beyond. Somebody in the house needs to rise up and look over what you're going through. Stop getting down because of what you're dealing with. Stop being defeated because of what you're dealing with, and rise up above what you're going through, and know that if you have God on the inside, that eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the heart of man the things that God had prepared for them that love him. But God has revealed it unto us by his Spirit. I was in prison, but I saw myself coming out. I was weighted down, but I saw myself casting off the weights. I saw myself yoked up, but I see my yoke being destroyed. Somebody say you need vision. And now I need vision in order to believe. Not only do I need vision to believe, but I also need hope. I need hope. Hope says that I have expectation or anticipation. I'm looking for something. And my problem is when we've been in a situation long enough, we don't expect things to get any better. And instead, what we strive to do is get comfortable with where we are. We get comfortable in sickness, comfortable in dysfunctionality, comfortable in brokenness, comfortable in things that are out of sorts. But hope enables me to look past my today, past my situation, past the apparent possibilities. Hope is the rope that connects me to my vision. Hope is the rope that connects me to my vision. The reason why I can't stay where I am is because my vision is pulling on my hope. Ah, God. The problem is when you're going through, sometimes the day gets so cloudy you can't see the vision. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Where you just can't see, but this hope, this expectation says, I know it's still there. There was a little boy, the story goes, that was flying the kite, and the kite was way up there. An old man walked past and said, now, son, what you doing? He said, well, I'm flying a kite. Old man looked up and didn't see the kite nowhere. God, and he said, son, I don't see no kite. What you talking about? There's a kite. God, he said, well, I got the string right here. He said, but I don't see a kite. I see your string going up, but I don't see a kite. How do you know that the kite is still there? He said, because every now and then I feel the kite tugging on my rope. Every now and then your vision will tug on your hope. Paul, the psalmist said it like this. He said, I have fainted except I believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Let me say that again. The psalmist said, I had fainted. I would have given up if I didn't believe to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. In other words, what he was saying is, I've got hope. When I would have given up, my hope said, keep on believing. When I would have thrown in the towel, my hope says, trouble can't last always. When I would have resigned and said, this is the way life is going to be, hope would shake me and tell me, get up out of the bed, wash your face, put your clothes on, get back out there, because today is the day I'm going to do it for you. Somebody tell them you got the hope to believe. Brothers and sisters, I got the hope. Notice what Paul says in Romans 24. He says, we are saved by hope. But if we hope for what we do not see, then we with patience wait for it. So I'm hoping for this component in belief. I'm hoping for it, and because I hope, I wait. God help me here. Because I hope I don't walk out too fast. Because I hope I don't quit too soon. Because I hope I don't bail out. I know they're talking about me, but I'm going to wait it out. Can I drop this on somebody right here, for whoever this is? You got to learn how to wait out the liars. You got to learn how to wait out the haters, because they are always scheming and plotting, trying to bring you down. But when you got vision and you got hope, there's something that says on the inside that your hope and your vision will outlast the liar. Oh, yes. God, lie on me all you want to. I'm going to wait it out. Lean on somebody if you don't mind and tell them, wait it out, wait it out. Instead of crying, just wait it out. Because what God is going to, I know we got these new cakes. We got these new cakes, these Betty Crockers, Pillsbury, and Duncan Hines. But do y'all remember the homemade cakes? How mom would just whip that stuff up. And then y'all remember what she would do when she would put it in the pan? She would just kind of drop it to get the bubbles. I wish somebody knew what I was talking about. God, bubbles. Because if you let the bubbles stay in the cake, while the cake is in the oven, if somebody bumps or somebody jumps, the cake is going to fall. God, I'm talking to somebody. You've been dropped and you've been handled. But what you didn't realize was all the lies were just bubbles that were thrown into your cake batter. Every lying word, every backbiting word was just lies that were thrown into your batter. Have you ever mixed up a cake and you had lumps of flour that just wouldn't get, the lump had to be smashed? Lean over and tell somebody, I've been bruised, I've been crushed, I've been broken, but I'm still here. And what had to happen, God had to drop me. The reason why God had to drop me is because my spirit had been infiltrated with a bunch of lies that folk told. And I started to believe some of the lies. But the more he dropped me, the more settled I became. And the lies started to fall out. But he wasn't done then. He threw me into the fire. But I'm so glad I didn't fall fall apart when I went in the fire. I got more together when I got in the fire. Can you say amen? Yes. Yes. When you get shaken, it's because God's shaking out the liars. God's shaking out the haters. Some folk, oh Lord, I'm messing up. I feel it. Some folk, God's trying to pull out of your life, and you trying to hold on to them. There are nothing but an air bubble that's going to make your cake fall. God's put too much good stuff in your batter for you to let a fire mess up the whole cake. I've come through too much to go back now. If God is saying let it go, I'll let it go, and let's just kiss and say goodbye. Brothers and sisters, you got to have hope. And in having hope, I'm just going to wait. I believe. Why are you still here? Because I believe God. It's on the way. I got to hurry up, y'all. I got to get to my story. The third thing that is necessary is that I've got to have determination. I've got to have a determination down on the inside that says I am going to do whatever I have to do. I'm not just looking for God to do it all, but as Pastor Tabitha likes to say, God wants me to participate in my miracle. Yes, he wants to participate. God wants to use you. And by me being determined, I stand in agreement with God and say with God, I've got the vision, I got the hope. And the determination says, I believe God can do it right now. If you don't mind, high five your neighbor and tell him God can do it right now. Y'all ain't talking in here. Look at somebody and tell them God can do it right now. He can heal your body right now. He can put money in your pocket right now. He can turn your life around right now. He can have a new employer call you right now. I got the vision, the hope, and determination that says I believe God can do it right now. So then, brothers and sisters, it is with determination, Paul says in Philippians 3:14, that I press toward the mark. I'm leaning into it. I'm not intimidated by it, but I'm leaning into this thing. I'm not cowering back. I'm not running scared, but I'm leaning. Look at somebody and tell them, lean into it. Maybe you can understand this language. Don't be no punk. Don't be no sissy. Lean into that thing. You got to understand, whatever you're dealing with, it's more scared of you than you should be scared of it. But it's trying to make you feel like you're not that much. But I need to announce to somebody right here, if you only knew how big you were in God, if you only knew how strong you were in God, you don't realize that when you walk into the room, demons begin to tremble because of your presence. You don't realize things begin to shift and change when you step into the arena, because you are big in God. So you don't have to run and hide. You can lean into that thing and know that God is going to give you the victory. Let me get to my story, brothers and sisters. In the text that we have before us, Jesus is coming from the Mount of Transfiguration, and there he sees a crowd that has been gathered together. The crowd gathered together is over some commotion regarding a man who has a sick son. The son, some suggest, had epilepsy. Some say he was a lunatic. Some say he was deaf and dumb. The idea is, if he's dumb, it's a result of hearing. God, Jesus, I know I'm jumping way ahead, but if you look in the text of that we read at verse number 25, Jesus doesn't cast out the dumb spirit. He says the dumb and deaf, because the doctor, when he first checks out a child that does not is not able to speak, the first thing he's going to look for is the hearing. I can tell whether you believe God or not by the way you talk. Oh, God. I can tell whether you are hearing God or not by the way you run your mouth. Because when you believe God, you talk like you believe God. When you know what you've heard from God yourself, you don't let your situation knock you to and fro. I may have tears in my eyes, but I believe God. The son is sick. So the father brings the son, and he's looking for Jesus. God, look at somebody and tell him, look for Jesus. He was looking for Jesus but couldn't find Jesus. The reason why he could not find Jesus is because Jesus was in the mountain of transfiguration with Peter, James, and John. So there's only 9 of the disciples at the base of the mountain. The Father says, since I can't go to Jesus, let me go to the ones that are connected to Jesus. Let me go to the ones who bear the testimony of Jesus' great power. God, I wonder what would the world find out if they come to us because they don't know how to get to Jesus. Will they get the help that they need, or will they be disappointed? They brought the sick son. He brought the sick son to the disciples. I don't know what the disciples were saying or what they were praying, but they could not get the job done. Let me just put this out on the table. When I'm going through my crisis of life, I don't need somebody who's going to experiment with me. I don't need somebody that's not strong in faith and not sure of where they are. My crisis is too serious for me to be your guinea pig. I wish I had somebody that knew what I was talking about. If I'm going through hell right now and you're not sure where you stand, I just need you to tell me. I'm not going to judge you, but don't be playing with me when you got mess going on in your life. Oh God, if I'm coming to you saying I got age and your eyes get book wide and you start to step back, don't even pray for me. I don't want you to pray. I need somebody that's not going to flinch and know it don't matter whether it's AIDS or herpes or cancer. There is nothing too hard for God. I wish I could preach this morning. God, look at somebody and tell them, don't play with me. I'm too weak right through here.